Amy! I'm going to put something into your little head. You'll not guess what it is, I suspect.
I don't think that's likely, dear.
Come, I'll give you a clue, child. Mrs. General. Now, can you guess, Amy?
Well, no, dear. Unless I have done anything.
Amy, our Amy. What a timid little goose our Amy is. But this is nothing to laugh at. On the contrary, my dear, I am very cross.
As it is not with me, Fanny, I don't mind.
Ah, but I do. And so will you, pet, once I enlighten you. Amy, has it never struck you that somebody is monstrously polite to Mrs. General?
Everybody is polite to Mrs. General because she
freezes them into it. I don't mean that. Something quite different to that. Amy, has it never struck you that Pa is monstrously polite to Mrs. General?
No.
I dare say not. But he is. He is, Amy. And remember my words. Mrs. General has designs on Pa.
Dear Fanny, do you think it possible that Mrs. General has designs on anyone?
Do I think it possible? My love, I know it. I tell you she has designs on Pa. And more than that, I tell you that Pa considers her such a wonder, such a paragon of accomplishment, and such an acquisition to our family, that he's ready to get himself into a state of perfect infatuation with her at any moment. And that opens a pretty picture of things, I hope. Think of me with Mrs. General from Mamma. Mrs. General from Mamma.
Whatever has led you to this conclusion?
Lord, my darling, you might as well ask me how I know when a man is struck with myself. But of course I do know. It happens quite often, and I always know. I know this in much the same way, I suppose. At all events, I know it.
You have never heard Papa say anything?
Say anything? My dear, darling child, what necessity has he had yet a while to say anything?
And you have never heard Mrs. General say anything?
Goodness me, Amy, is she the sort of woman to say anything? I'd have thought it was perfectly plain and clear that she has nothing to do at the moment but to hold herself upright and keep her aggravating gloves on and go sweeping about. Say anything. If she had the ace of trumps in her hand at whist, she wouldn't say anything. It would come out when she played it.
At least you may be mistaken. Fanny, now, may you not?
Oh, maybe, but I'm not. But I'm glad that you can contemplate such an escape, dear, and I'm glad that you can take this, for the present, with sufficient coolness to think of such a chance. It gives me hope that you may be able to bear the connection. I should not be able to bear it, and I should not try. I'd marry Mr. Sparkler first.
You would never marry him, Fanny, under any circumstances.
Oh, upon my word, I wouldn't answer positively even for that. There's no telling what might happen, especially given the number of chances afterwards to treat that woman, his mother, in her own style, which I most decidedly should not be slow to avail myself of, Amy.
Mr. Sparkler?
Yes, Mr. Sparkler. I must go now.
Mrs. General and Papa? Mr. Sparkler and Fanny? Oh,